Hello and welcome back. It is a resounding win, a great result, and a statement win for Chelsea and MARESCA as a whole, as a collective. I would say 2-goal win, a clean sheet, no injuries, no red cards. It is, as it goes, a fantastic result. Well, yeah, I guess we could have wanted a bit more. We could have asked for a bit more in regards to maybe a third goal, and I guess people could have argued as well that we would have liked to have seen Esteval come on instead of Jamie Gittins. But as a whole, as it goes, it really wasn't too bad. Or in any way, shape, or form a game that we should be complaining about. A Cole Palmer goal, Malo Gusto on the score sheet, not once but twice with a goal and an assist. All things considered, it is a fantastic way to respond to a tricky situation for Chelsea, and more so for MARESCA in regards to 3 games without a win in all competitions, a draw against Bournemouth, a loss against Leeds, and of course a loss against Atalanta most recently, but a 2-0 win, a clean sheet, back to winning ways. Who knows? I said it sort of preemptively, sort of a little bit prematurely after Cole Palmer's goal to make it 1-0. And I think I probably put the fear of God in a lot of people who are watching the watch along earlier this afternoon when I said during that Palmer goal, I was like, and Chelsea back to winning ways. It just seemed a little bit like, all right, Harry, can't just fucking, whoa, calm down, hold your horses, fucking chill out. Don't put the mockers on it, so to speak, and we'll see how it goes. But it really wasn't a game that we saw ourselves with our backs against the wall. Everton had a couple of chances. More specifically, they had the biggest chance of the game. I think it was Ndiaye that scored. Didn't score, but he hit the post, the inside of the post, but was dealt with well. Overall, it was one of those games where I think, myself included, but a lot of other people were a little bit sort of, for lack of a better term, shitting themselves, thinking, I tell you what, if we lose this, it could be the start of the end. It could be the beginning of the end for MARESCA. It genuinely could be a bit of a sticky situation that MARESCA is going to struggle to get out of. And listen, Everton, fair play to them, coming into this game, you look at the table, they were 2 points behind us. They had a real chance to go above us if they won, and albeit, of course, they hadn't won at Stamford Bridge since November of 1994. It's been a long time. It was before I was born, 13 months before I was born. 13. We came into that thinking that's a bit of an omen. That's a bit of a shaky situation to put ourselves in the scheme of things. Not that anyone would have known that I was, 13 months from being born. 13 being an unlucky number and all that sort of stuff. But we came out of it on top, and I know. Listen, I guess that the substitutions they could have maybe been a little more creative. Esteval didn't need to necessarily come on with 12 minutes to go or whatever, but at the same time, it worked. It panned out well. It played out quite well, and I would suggest that even though Gittins came on and people weren't necessarily overly happy with him coming on, I would say that with the way that it resulted up happening, with the way that it ended up going, there really isn't anything to complain about, to be completely honest with you. You look at the statistics in this game. Obviously, early on in the game, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall went off, arguably Everton's best player this season. He went off. Alcatraz came on, and it was, pretty instant after that, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. He went off in the 16th minute. We scored in the 21st minute, so 5 minutes or so after that. Lovely bit of play. Wesley Fofana on the ball, charging forwards. And you saw Cole Palmer sort of point to Gusto, to Wesley Fofana, telling him, pass to Gusto, and he'll send me through. And send him through, he did. Malo Gusto with a lovely little thread of the needle, played it through the middle, and a lovely first-time touch from Cole Palmer, takes it away from his man, and then an absolute schwapper of a finish from him. Fantastic goal. Cold celebration. You'll have to see it. It's back, and it's great to see it. So for that and that alone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's 10 o'clock. Hey, 10 o'clock. Shortly after that, we saw a monumental cock-up, a monumental miss. You think the game was rigged, did you? Okay. After that, we saw a monumental miss from Garnacho, who, by all accounts, from my perspective, and probably from the perspective of a few other people, I would suggest in the thousands, maybe if not the hundreds of thousands, maybe millions. It depends who is watching the game. Or listening to the game, if you were listening to it like I was, of course, on TalkSport. I would suggest Garnacho, terrible performance from him. Terrible performance. A bit of a mix-up between Jordan Pickford and Alcatraz in the back. Should have arguably led to a goal from Alejandro Garnacho. Maybe didn't look up. I need to see it a few more times to try and work out exactly how the situation fared and how it wasn't necessarily in the best sort of, I don't know, situation for him to put it in the back of the net. But by all accounts, from what I could see, what I did see, it was an open goal and he should have scored. So a missed opportunity there. But then we did have a lovely bit of play in the build-up. Another really good team goal, similar to that on the other side of the pitch, going the other direction on the other side compared to that of the Burnley goal a few weeks ago. Malo Gusto with another goal. He got the goal involvement, with the assist for the Cole Palmer goal, and then got a goal of himself with a second, not only in his senior career, but a second for Chelsea Football Club as well. A brilliant goal. Unfortunately, I guess, and then that was on the halftime break, but unfortunately we didn't score any more after that. But it was, for the most part, I would say, not one-sided. Everton had a couple of chances, but we defended well. A few iffy moments from Malo Gusto. A few iffy moments, but I feel like he made the best of it, obviously, with his assist and his goal. We ended the game with 2.07 XG to Everton's 1.03. 17 shots, 11 shots for Everton, 5 on target for us, 2 goals, 2 shots on target for Everton. And it was not quite a domination with passes, but 468 to 304, I would say. A pretty good run out for Chelsea, to say the least. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Georgie says that our sloppy attackers were a big negative from this game. We won 2-0, and I'm fuming over the sloppiness. We should have buried 2 more goals easily. I do agree. There were plenty more chances, plenty more opportunities for a few more goals. And you look at the goal difference that we've got, plus 12 to Crystal Palace's plus 8. They have Man City tomorrow. I may or may not be doing a live watch along for that whilst I do the It's Pod O'Clock recording. But again, all the same, it's a great result. It puts us back in and amongst the fray. It depends how it goes for Aston Villa against West Ham. It depends how it goes for Man City and Crystal Palace, either side of us. And of course, Arsenal with their game against winless Wolves later this evening. If you're watching this tomorrow, then of course you'll know the result by now. Is this the moment that Wolves get the win? It probably isn't. So it's well and good that we got our win here against an Everton side that I think, myself included, and then everyone else as well, that probably were waking up this morning a little bit worried as to whether or not we were going to get a result. Maybe not a loss, but I think people were worried it was going to be a draw or a loss. I don't think many people were confident we would get a win because Everton, by all accounts, have been all right. 3 wins in their last 5, I think, or maybe 4 wins in their last 5. It is, I believe, if you're looking at their games, the first time that they've conceded in their last 3 games. So, you know, a good result in that regard as well. Please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification. It's a quick one today. I've got to get going. Please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification. As always, my name is Harry Up for Chelsea. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. And if I don't see you then, I'll see you for the Cardiff game. I think is on Tuesday for the Carabao Cup. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all very, very soon. Love you all. Goodbye.